ever remembers the middle child. Everyone knows the V8s, the VR6s, the Turbo 4s. But 5 cylinders? Forgotten. Except once. In the early 2000s, VW quietly stuffed a strange inline 5 into their most boring cars. On paper, it was just a 150 horsepower commuter noter. But under the surface, it was a tank. With Lamborghini DNA in the head, Audi rally spirit in its bloodline, and enough strength to survive 1,000 horsepower. This is the story of Volkswagen's 07K, the 5-cylinder engine VW never wanted you to love. To understand why the 07K even exists, you have to rewind. Back in the late 70s and 80s, Audi made its name with 5 cylinders. The legendary Audi Quattro used a turbocharged 5-cylinder to dominate Group B rally. A sound so iconic, fans still recognize it instantly. 5 cylinders were always weird, not as balanced as an inline 6, not as simple as an inline 4, but they had character. The sound was unique, the torque delivery was strong. By the 1990s, though, VW Group's 5 cylinders faded from performance cars. Audi moved to V6s and Turbo 4s. The 5-cylinder became a relic. Until VW dusted it off for the 07K project. Why? Because VW needed something tough and emissions-friendly for North America, South America, and the Middle East. And instead of designing something new, they reached back into the parts bin, and the 5-cylinder was reborn. The 07K was a 2.5-liter, 20-valve inline 5 with a cast iron block measuring 82.5 millimeters by 92.8 millimeters, an undersquare, long-stroke design. Heavy? Yes, but that weight made it virtually bomb-proof. Its 20-valve head featured variable intake valve timing, and here's the kicker. Volkswagen used the same basic design as the Lamborghini Gallardo's V10. That meant airflow potential was off the charts. Early BGP/BGQ versions made 150 horsepower and 170 pound-feet of torque, while later CBTA/CBUA models bumped that to 170 horsepower and 177 pound-feet. Nothing earth-shattering, but here's the catch. It was massively overbuilt. Volkswagen designed it to last forever in commuter cars. Thick cylinder walls, a crankshaft that could take abuse, and a head that wanted more air than VW ever let it breathe. On paper, it was boring. In reality, it became one of VW's toughest motors. Stock internals could reliably handle 400 horsepower. With built internals, people started pushing into the 1,000 horsepower range. That made it a killer swap candidate. Porsche 944s, BMW E30s, Mark II Golfs, even Nissan 300Zs ditching their twin-turbo VG30s. Crazy, right? Aftermarket support only made it better. RS3s and TTRS parts bolt straight on. Bigger turbos, injectors, manifolds, even Lamborghini exhaust manifolds have been adapted to fit. And the best part? It's cheap. Junkyard Rabbits and Jettas with 07Ks go for pennies, making it one of the best bang-for-buck engines out there. And then there's the sound, that offbeat 5-cylinder growl. It gives budget builds the kind of character most Turbo 4s just can't match. So, why didn't the 07K ever get respect? First, it was stuck in boring cars. Jettas, Rabbits, Passats, no halo models. Second, it was naturally aspirated. VW never turbocharged it from the factory. 170 horsepower in a heavy Mark V Jetta. That's underwhelming. Third, by the mid-2010s, VW replaced it in North America with the EA888 Turbo 4. Enthusiasts dismissed the 07K as nothing more than a commuter motor. But today, the 07K has a cult following. its Lamborghini-inspired head, its bulletproof block, and its sheer tuning potential have made it one of the most respected junkyard heroes out there. The 07K never got a GTI badge, never got a performance trim. It lived in the shadows. The irony? VW built it as an economy engine, not a performance one. But like all great underdogs, it wasn't remembered for what it was meant to be. It was remembered for what people discovered it could be. The Volkswagen 07K proves that legends aren't always born in race cars. Sometimes they're hiding in plain sight, under the hood of your neighbor's used Jetta, cheap, overlooked, but with the heart of a Lamborghini and the toughness of a Cummins. Greatness doesn't always come from exotic badges or flashy cars. Sometimes it comes from the scrapyard, waiting to be discovered. And until next time, remember, never underestimate the engines that look boring. They might just have the heart of a legend. And goodbye.